What's up, guys? It's Intense Investor here, coming at you again for another lovely episode on my YouTube channel. It's been a while since I made a Bitsgap video, but as you know, back in 2021, I made a lot of passive income running Bitsgap trading bots. So I have fired up 5 grid bots, is what they're called. They use a grid to trade. As you can see here, there's a grid set up. You pick how many levels, you pick the percentage profit or percentage of capital, you want to divvy out, and then the profit percent between the grids that you want to make when you set the bot up. It's really easy. I'm going to show you here in a little bit. But as you can see here, I've made about $1,885 in profit. The earliest bot that I started was 20 days ago, and then the rest of them were like 11 days, 12 days, 13 days ago. That's a Floki bot, a Bomb, Bonk, Doge, and Matic bots. So 4 of these are meme coins. There's a lot of volatility in meme coins, so you can make some really good profits with a grid bot. That's something I noticed. Like if you just run Bitcoin, Ethereum, you're not going to make that much profit because the volatility is just not that high, but you get some crazy swings with some other coins. So I mean, you can see here, like Bombs made $764 with just $10,000 total value right now. So that was 12 days. But then the Matic bots actually down 10% total, and the bot itself has only made $359 in 20 days. So $359 in 20 days for Matic BTC, but then BTC has been pretty strong too. So maybe that's not the best example because BTC stronger, Matic's going down, right? Matic stronger, we're having an alt season, then it's going to be going up versus BTC. You know, it's a tug of war when you look at it. So Bomb is a more recent meme coin that launched, I don't know, maybe like what, a couple months ago, month ago. I did buy some of that actually, using a different Telegram bot, sniper bot, and then I sold a little bit. I am going to make some videos on that too. There was some people kind of interested in knowing what I was doing with some of the Telegram bots, just other things I've gotten into. I really hadn't been making a lot of videos. I'm more like into the investing, and I just like watching the investments and stuff. Sometimes I feel like making the videos is a little bit of a waste of time. Because I mean, you really don't make much on YouTube versus if you hit one of your like big crypto altcoin gems, you know, that goes like 100 times or something. And I have developed an eye for picking out pretty good altcoins. Not bragging or anything, but ever since I got into crypto, I've did pretty well. So I'm hoping this bull run, maybe altcoin portfolio, you know, getting up around $1 million or more. I know some people got a lot more than that, but to me, I mean, that's a good amount of money. I could pay my house off. You know, I could do a lot with that, and I could reinvest a lot of it too afterwards. So you really got to think smart. You know, the way I look at it, with whether it's bots, yield farming, staking, nodes, that's all passive income. But you don't want to lose money in passive income plays, and it's really easy to do. There's a lot of Ponzi schemes out there. But I want to extract money from the market, whether it's quickly, sometimes it takes longer. So we're actually becoming master extractors of pulling money from the market. That's kind of how I look at it. The value's in the market, you just got to extract it, right? So that's the best philosophy in my mind. I try to keep it really simple the way I look at it, and it is pretty simple. Market goes up, market goes down, market trades in cycles. Bitcoin has 4-year halving cycles. If you follow those principles, you can do pretty well. You got to zoom out. You got to look at the bigger picture. Don't zoom in too close. Stay away from the 1-minute charts. Don't trade to me shit coins. Like I said, don't fall for Ponzi's like Strong Block, Fire Nodes, Thor Nodes, whatever the hell they were last time. It's a surefire way to get wrecked. So just be careful. So now that I've did my rant, let's set up a grid bot. I'm going to show you how easy it is now. It used to be a lot harder with Bitsgap, which it never was really that hard, I didn't think. But you had idiots like Dan Hollings, and there's a couple others that were trying to market programs for like thousands of dollars to get you to sign up so they could like teach you how to use Bitsgap. But they're full of shit. I'll say it again. I said it a couple years ago. I made a video. It got probably like 20,000 views, which is a lot for me because I'm a small YouTuber, right? There ain't a lot of people like watch my channel as much as they used to. But that got a pretty good response. I even had, I think, one or two people made like another video in response to that. But you know, if you're paying thousands of dollars for somebody to teach you what I'm about to show you right here in this video, maybe this ain't the right thing for you. You need to be able to be independent when you're investing. You need to be able to think for yourself, and you got to know when to pull the trigger, when to sell, when to buy. And a lot of that's intuition, and a lot of that's experience. You learn, you fail too. That's the best learning experience, is by failing. And by losing money. I've lost a lot of money too. I don't always win. I probably lost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last bull run. But then I also made hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if I would have been able to strategically calculate some of my plays during the last bull run, I could have came out at least a couple $100,000 richer. And knowing what I know now, the way the past couple of years has been with the economy and inflation and all that, it would have been like a really big help. You know, just like grocery costs, stuff like that. I'm not hurting or anything. I mean, I bought my house like 2012. I got a good deal on it. I was really fortunate at that time. But I know people now are really struggling with their rent, their housing, stuff like that. So I guess the key point of that story is if you get a good chance to make a lot of money and profit, you probably should take that profit. Don't let it sit, because you become exit liquidity for the rest of the market, meaning that people are going to sell and you're going to be left holding that bag. And your value that you had is going to be gone. So just look at that. So let's get into this. I'm going to set up the bot real quick, and that'll be the end of my rant. So guys, as you can see in the bottom right corner, I got almost 14,000 US dollars in my Kraken account. Kraken's an exchange I really love. It's probably one of the most secure exchanges that you can use in crypto at the moment. Lots of good features. They keep adding lots of new coins. A lot of U.S. citizens can no longer use KuCoin anymore. That used to be my go-to exchange. Got kicked off of that. They require KYC, and if you're an American citizen, then too bad. So use Kraken, Binance US. I use it to get Binance Smart Chain BNB sometimes. But you know, there's a couple I've tried out, like emeece. You can use that with a VPN, like NordVPN. That's one that I use to connect to emeece if I want to buy some of those gem type tokens that are not as well known yet or have not hit bigger exchanges. But Bitsgap's a little limited on what exchanges you can use. So Kraken, I like it. They let U.S. citizens trade with it on Bitsgap. So we're going to set up a PP or Pepe bot, however you want to say it. You can see Pepe got 14 grand down here. So let's try that. So over here on the right, you know, you can put Pepe in, Pepe US dollar. I think you can trade Pepe USD, Pepe Euro, EUR on Kraken. So let's click on this one. So I got $13,215. It's really 14,000 when you look at your balance down here. See, it's like 14, but the bot keeps like 5%. You know, for like trailing down, trailing up. So what we're gonna do, dang it, I don't want to do a DCA bot. That's another thing. So strategies, we're gonna do grid bots. Make sure it's on grid right here, and then you'll see Pepe USD. Okay, so there's the grid, right? So when you first look at this, you won't see anything as far as much adjustment. So you have to hit manual adjustment. So you could just start it like this. Like, let's back test it. Let's see what results we get for March 10th to April 9th. So we would have made 11% in 30 days, right? So that's not bad at all. So yeah, so if you just started it like that, you would have made 11% without doing anything. So let's look at the adjustment. So the grid steps on 72 or 0.72%. So what it's doing, say I have $13,633 of capital I'm going to deploy in this bot. All right. So how many grids do I got here? Okay, there's 100 grids. So the grids are what you see, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So if you count those, there's 100, right? So the grid step percentage or profit percentage between these, that's what that 0.72 means. So like if I wanted, let's see, 50, so then I'm making more profit percent, but then the price has to move more between grids to get to the next level, right? If that makes sense. So let's say if I do like 200, yeah, it won't let me go. It won't let me go over 100. It tells you some of the exchanges would let you go over 100. I think KuCoin will let you do that, but I can't use KuCoin, so it don't really matter. So grid step, 0.72, grid levels, 100 levels. Let's just try that. I think it's good. You know, I used to try to set these high prices up, you know, like at the peak here and the low price. You know, let's set the low price. See where this last level of support is. See that right there where it went down and then it bounced up? That's a support. And then where it peaked and it came down, that is a resistance, where it hit resistance, right? So I got those set on the last, like, man, not really the last ones. The last ones would be like here and here, but I got it set on the previous support and resistance levels. So that makes it like 0.63 step percentage, which, you know, it ain't much than what I had there before. Ain't really going to make a big difference. I don't think. Let's see. I'm doing another back test. Okay, so that's a little better, right? You know, I used to hit these scam wicks. I don't know if you ever remember me talking about them. But you see these long wicks that come up. You can make a lot of money on these. Like, I've made like 100% profits like in an hour or two just on these long scam wicks like this. Which is really crazy when you think about it. Like, you can make your capital back in just a couple hours. If you hit one of these scam wicks and it happens to hit like every level on that grid. But see, it kind of skipped. When I hit it before, like, it bought and sold like every one of these levels. It depends like on how hard of a pump it is. Like, if it's like pumping down, pumping down, pumping down, pumping down to make that candle, it'll buy and sell like freaking crazy. But excuse me, you get different things on different exchanges like that. Like, you might not get this on Binance or KuCoin, but you might get it on Kraken. And I've heard people talk about the scam wicks before. So I'm going to leave trailing up on. So what that means when the bot ever clears this upper range on my grids, meaning it gets off of my grids and just into the black space, it's going to rebuild these grids even higher automatically. pump protection. You know, you got to have trailing up or trailing down option enabled, and it just kind of helps protect against losses during like these price hikes. And it says when it's deactivated, new levels will be added instantly with every sharp price change. Be careful, this can increase both rewards and risk. I'll just leave it on. Trailing down, I don't think the price is really going to fall down to this level, so I'm not going to turn that on. You can set a take profit, like say if we make 10% profit, say like down here where we got, or let's just say like 4%. If I would have put take profit, let's say like 4% over here, then this bot is going to be done. It's going to close itself out. But I usually don't run take profit, and I don't run stop losses because I just check these bots like every day. So I figured, you know, if they get to a point where I want to shut them down, I'll just shut them down because I'm monitoring them so much. Now, you might want to run that if you don't look at the bots much, or say like every day, for instance. It's up to you. But trailing up, pump protection, those are good. You can play around with your grid steps, your grid levels. So then we're going to hit continue. It'll tell you all the info. Then we're going to hit start bot. And you'll see it's placing orders, and it'll say your bot's been started. It has an entry price, and it'll track it. So there's my Pepe bot. Pepe. So good. So we'll track that bot. Like I said, we're already up $1,884 in the past 20 days amongst all the other 5 bots we're running. And now the sum current value of the total account's like 101,000. So that's not bad percentage on, you know, that's a pretty good amount of money. But if you compare that to like what you get in a bank account or something like that, that don't pay you much, or savings account, then this is like really high. It's really higher than a lot of stock dividends. So you can just imagine, you know, almost 2% every 20 days, you know, that'll build up, and then you can compound that too, you know, back into the capital and just keep building more and more profit. So that's all I got for tonight. Appreciate you guys, the love and support for the channel. I'm trying to make more videos. Work's been a killer lately, but I'll be back, and be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. See you later.